One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. That's the story we were told. A story of triumph, of courage, of heroes. But what if, hidden beneath the glory of the space race, lies a darker truth? What if the first humans to reach the stars never came home? What if their names were erased, their voices silenced, their deaths covered up? For decades, rumors have whispered of the lost cosmonauts, men and women who may have died in secret missions, abandoned in the silence of orbit. Tonight, we open the files, we listen to the static, and we ask, who was really first in space, and who never returned? The year is 1957. The Soviet Union shocks the world. They launch Sputnik, the first satellite to orbit Earth. The United States panics. A new war begins, not with guns, not with tanks, but with rockets. The space race wasn't just science, it was politics, propaganda, power. Every success meant global prestige. Every failure was a secret. And in the Soviet Union, secrecy was absolute. If a rocket failed, the world never knew. If a pilot died, his name disappeared. But in the silence of space, some truths are hard to bury. In the late 1950s, two brothers in Turin, Italy, built a secret. Achille and Giovanni Judica-Cordiglia, amateur radio enthusiasts. With homemade equipment, they intercepted signals from space. And what they heard was terrifying. The first was a man's frantic heartbeat. The second, desperate breathing. Then came the most haunting of all, a woman's voice. She was speaking Russian. She was calm at first, then panicked. She said, "It's getting hot. I feel heat. I am re-entering. I see fire." Her voice grew faint, then silence. The Soviets never admitted such a mission existed, but the brothers recorded the transmission. Was she the first woman in space, or the first to die there? Officially, Valentina Tereshkova was the first woman in space in 1963. But some believe another woman went before her. The recordings suggest she was launched in secret. She may have orbited Earth once or twice, and then her capsule overheated on re-entry. No body, no name, no record. If true, she would be the first woman to reach the stars. But history forgot her, or erased her. The brothers intercepted more signals. One sounded like a man suffocating. Another, a faint SOS signal fading into nothing. One cosmonaut's heartbeat slowed and then stopped. Another begged for help as his oxygen ran out. Were these early test flights, unannounced manned missions,
or dying ghosts orbiting above us forever.
The Soviet Union denied everything. They called the recordings fake, propaganda, lies. But their secrecy was legendary. Failed cosmonauts were erased from photos. Test flights were buried. Some researchers found evidence of missing names in official lists. Files that should exist don't. Photos with faces airbrushed away. So the question is, were the brothers telling the truth? Or did the Soviets simply bury it deep enough that we'll never know? Skeptics say the brothers may have intercepted signals from satellites, not astronauts, or that they staged the recordings for attention. But believers argue otherwise. Early Soviet rockets were unreliable. Many animals died in test flights. So why wouldn't humans? And why, decades later, do Russian archives remain sealed? What are they still hiding? Look up at the night sky. Thousands of satellites orbit Earth. But maybe something else does too. Some believe the remains of these lost cosmonauts still drift in space, silent, forgotten, orbiting forever above us. Are they myths or martyrs of the space race? History is written by the victors, but sometimes the shadows tell a different story. The lost cosmonauts remind us of a chilling truth. Progress often comes at a cost, and some sacrifices are buried, hidden, or erased. But the static remains. The whispers remain. And maybe the ghosts of space still circle us, waiting to be remembered. I'm Wu, and this is DarkLore with Shadows. Subscribe for more journeys into the stories that history tried to forget. And remember, every shadow tells a story.